What is the one thing that you have to put out for Christmas or it won't be Christmas? I mean, besides the Nativity, the Holy Family, besides that, what's the one thing that you just have to have or it won't feel like Christmas? For me, it's lights and one other thing: mistletoe. Now, I'll tell you why it's mistletoe, but in these boxes right here, you'll wish you knew this when you were 32. I have helped so many clients with their homes, and getting their Christmas decorations out is usually half the battle, because somebody has to go to the attic or the storage room or the back side of the garage and get all the totes of Christmas stuff, and then they trying to figure out what's in which tote, and the totes may have duct tape on them and labeling, and then they'll be mislabeled. You'll wish you had this trick already in place before the holidays came, but you can prepare when you put all your stuff away. And here's my tip. I'm going to tell you about the mistletoe, because the mistletoe is right there. Right there. There's the mistletoe. My totes are clear. So when you're preparing to put your decorations away after Christmas is over, make sure they're in clear totes. And then when you get your Christmas stuff out next fall, next Christmas, next season, you'll already know what's in which tote. So as I decorate, I just pull out the tote that I'm gonna need. And don't you wish you knew this when you were 32? I wish I knew it when I was 32, but you know it now. And here's the reason I have to hang my mistletoe. When I was a child growing up in Arkansas, Daddy would get fresh mistletoe and hang it on the eave of the porch. Now, just for frame of reference, mistletoe grows like a bush. It is a big clump of branches and little berries and leaves, but it doesn't grow on the ground. It grows way, way high, higher than you can climb in a tree, because it's a parasite. So if you see clusters of mistletoe growing in a tree, that tree will be dead or dying, because mistletoe is a parasitic plant that latches itself onto diseased trees. Why is it equated with Christmas and love? I don't know. That really doesn't make sense to me. But when I was a child, like I said, Daddy would get a big cluster of mistletoe and he would bring it back to Mother, and he would say, I got you some mistletoe. She hadn't asked for mistletoe, but he got her mistletoe and he hung it on the porch, because you know the tradition is, or maybe you didn't know, if you walk under mistletoe with your loved one, then you have to kiss under the mistletoe. So every year, somewhere in my house, I have mistletoe. And it's fake. Daddy can't get me mistletoe from a tree way higher than you can even climb. So one year I thought, hey, wait, how in the world did Daddy get that mistletoe? I know he didn't climb that high. And then it occurred to me, I never knew for sure, but I can guess. Daddy was a wonderful marksman with a target. And I won't say the exact words of how I think he possibly got that mistletoe out of the tree, because I want this video to post so you can hear this story. But nevertheless, we had beautiful clusters of fresh mistletoe hanging on the eaves of our porch for Christmas. Now, I'll get out this tote right here, and I'll get my cluster of faux mistletoe, and I'll hang it, and I'll be just as happy as I was way back then with my mistletoe. Mistletoe makes me happy. Mistletoe brings me joy. And you know what? I don't know if it matters to any of my other family members whether I hang it or not. That's not the point. The point is, do what brings you joy. Do the things that fill your soul with happiness and wonderful memories. And don't forget, when you're preparing the end of the season to put all your decor away, put it in plastic totes, and you'll be really, really happy that you can create your story and change your life just by the way you think.